Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. I am going to be doing a super sexy, super smoldering, dark, really glam nighttime fall look for you guys. I love dark, sexy makeup. It is my favorite, and I just think it takes a normal look to appear. And then, I mean, even if you're wearing something really, really simple, I feel like your makeup can speak volumes if you do something dark and dramatic. And I wanted to show you guys how to do this. It's actually very simple. It requires a few different tools, a few more than usual, but the colors are simple. You guys will probably have most of them, and if not most of them, you'll have something very, very similar. I'm looking at the viewfinder right now, and it looks like my foundation looks great, but in real life, that's not how it is. I also just did my makeup, so remember, you always want to keep at least 30 minutes for your foundation to set in, so that it does end up matching your skin color if you are going somewhere. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. As usual, guys, let's go ahead and start with some Urban Decay primer potion, just any primer for your eyelids that will help your makeup stay on and not slip and slide. And you shouldn't get any fallout this way either if you're applying shadows that have a little bit of glitter or shimmer to it. Then this is a step that not everybody needs, but I'm using Bobbi Brown's Cream Corrector in Dark Peach for the darkness that I have on the bridge of my nose and yeah, just bridge of my nose area really. This is really thick, so that's why I don't use this all over my under eye because it will crease. So I use this just in the bridge of my nose going up towards my brow where I do get pretty dark, and it really does help neutralize that dark brownish blackish color that I have there. And they have lots of other colors if you guys are interested in that. And then I'm going in with Laura Mercier's Burnished Copper Cream Eyeshadow, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on all over my eyelid just with my finger. You can be as messy as you want. I just really like this as a base because since it is burgundy, it's going to give you a really nice color coming through when you put on the darker colors over it, like we will in a second. So I'm just kind of casually just rubbing it all over. And then I'm going to go into my Naked palette, which is pretty much the only palette that I'm using in this entire look. I'm going in with Buck eyeshadow, which is a medium brown. I don't think it's too dark, especially for my skin color. It's definitely not very dark, but I'm just going to go in and add some dimension over Burnished Copper. So what I'm doing here is that I just want to add dimension. I'm not really trying to add too much darkness, but I am going to go ahead and bring this in towards the bridge of my nose area. And I realized right here I'd forgotten to powder that area, and I didn't want that to come off with my eyeshadow. So I'm just going back, and I'm going to sort of diagonally take my eyeshadow brush up towards the corner of my eyebrow. I'm changing my eye shape with this look for sure. So if you guys don't have a lot of space there, this will look especially good on you guys as well. Now I'm going in with Creep eyeshadow, which is a black eyeshadow. I couldn't find a black eyeshadow without any shimmer. That's why I'm using this one. But if you have one without shimmer, that's fine too. So I'm going to go ahead with a fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to go ahead and add that into my crease just in the corner. Again, I'm being kind of messy because we are going to go back and finesse this a little bit with a smaller brush. But for right now, I'm bringing this on the corner all the way into my bridge of the nose area again, but you want the darkest part to be on the outside as usual. But we are following that vertical or that diagonal line that we did make before with the brown. But just keep adding it. Try to make the inner corner towards the bridge of the nose not as dark and the outside the darkest. Then I'm going in with a smaller, more precise brush by Sigma with that same black creep color, and now I'm trying to just make it darker but in smaller areas. So I'm trying to make a more defined V here basically. So I'm starting on the outer 1/3 of my eye, going downwards and going right back up. Then with Virgin eyeshadow from the Naked palette as well, and a flat brush from MAC, I'm going to go ahead and add my highlight. You want the brightest point of your highlight to be the arch of your eyebrow, pull it downwards. And I use a flat brush here because I want it to really show. I don't want to kind of blend it away with a blending brush. Then I'm using basically a clean blending brush to marry that color as well as the brown and the black together without us being able to see my skin underneath it. So that's why there's no eyeshadow on this brush at all. And then I'm pulling that eyeshadow down a little bit, so that way there is no skin showing. And then I'm going in with Dione eyeshadow from NARS. It is one of those new dual intensity eyeshadows that just came out. It's such a gorgeous color, silvery for sure. And a domed brush, and I'm going to go ahead and use that as my tear duct. Over here, I like really bright tear ducts, so I am just going to keep on adding until I feel like I can see it. And what you're also going to do is kind of pull this upward into your eyeshadow. So you want to be able to see kind of like a thin line going upward to make your eyes look bigger and wider. Then I'm using Himalaya, also from that same eyeshadow collection from NARS. It's a goldenish color, and I'm going to just basically put it right in the center of my eye where your eyeball is if you're looking straight ahead. And that kind of gives it a little bit of a wet look, and I really like that. Then with a black eyeliner, I'm using Zero by Urban Decay. I'm going to go ahead and just line my top lash line. Didn't do anything special. Then I'm smudging it out with a small brush. To smudge it, make sure you're going left to right and not up and down. The higher you go up and down, the more of your lid you're going to take up, and you're going to ruin the work that we just did on the actual eyelid. And then I'm going to go ahead and line my bottom lash line as well. Same eyeliner, Zero by Urban Decay, just the waterline, not the skin. So I already went ahead and did my foundation. I used Makeup Forever's HD in color N160 and my Matte Velvet Plus color 65 to get the color that I wanted, and I also wanted a different finish. I didn't want something so matte. I'm using my translucent powder from MAC to powder, and I am powdering really well since I am oily, but this is optional if you are not oily. Then I'm going in with NARS Casino Bronzer, which is my favorite. Over here I'm using an angle brush by Sigma, and I'm just adding definition. I'm not going in for a strong contour at all. I just want to add some color, bring back the depth to the foundation that can easily be gone for a little while it's soaking into your skin. But I'm going to go ahead and do my cheekbones from underneath. You're going to sculpt it out from where your ears begin. I'm taking it to my temple and just the very top of my forehead and nothing really more. You guys can see some color being rebuilt into the foundation now, but it shouldn't be super noticeable. We're not going for that sort of look right now. Then I'm going to use a Chanel blush called Frivole. It is a true orangey peachy blush, but I'm not using a lot of it. I'm using a MAC blush brush. I think this is 226 or 126. And I'm just putting this starting from the outside of my ear inward, but really not much. Then I'm using MAC's Light Over Dark blush. It's a mineralized blush, so it does have a lot of shimmer and shine to it. And I'm going just over that other blush that we just used. I basically wanted to look really bronzy and have shades of gold in this look as opposed to silver highlights. That's why I did that. Then I'm going in with MAC's Bronze highlighter, and I'm going to just add that to my cheekbones right in the very top, again to give it a more bronze highlight as opposed to a really silver cream colored highlight. And I really like the way that looks. I hope you guys can see that. It's super glowy. Then I'm going to go in with Anastasia's Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. This is such a must-have product, you guys. Everybody needs it. I'm going to go ahead and spool up my eyebrows really quickly just to see the shape, to see what we're going for. And then with an angled brush, which is a natural fiber brush, I'm going to go ahead and draw out my eyebrows. And you're going to start from the front, work your way back, but check out my eyebrow video to see how I do this. I know it looks a lot harder than it really is, but it's really not that hard. You just want to have a really light hand, so that way you can erase any problems if you create any. And if you do make it too dark, you can always take your spoolie and go over it, take away some of that. Then I'm using MAC's Plum lip liner. And as usual, I don't usually use lip liners just to line. I use it all the way inside my lips as well for the most part, but very lightly. I'm sort of just dabbing, as you guys saw. And then I'm going to go in with illamasqua's Buff lipstick, which is in their Glamour collection, and go over that plum lip liner. And I really like the sort of pinky nude that it gives me. For this look, since the eyes are so dark, we definitely wanted to go with a nude lip. Then I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes with an eyelash curler. This is by CoverGirl. And then I'm going to go in with some Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is the absolute best. If you guys haven't tried it, you need to. It's amazing. Gives you the best lashes possible. So I am being really generous with this, using it at the top and bottom, really layering it on. I don't even feel the need to ever wear fake lashes. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this, found this helpful, and I hope you guys end up using this look to do something fun for an event or just to go out. So thank you so much for watching. Post down below, and I'll be sure to get back to all of you guys. Bye!